All right, we're rolling. Quick gamers, 8 minute thing. Got here. Mike, go ahead. I think what that thing is.
Jersey.
I went to practice, so.
Welcome back here. Another show of Sports Inc. Along with Mark Gardner. I'm Scott Taylor. We still have 5 teams left. Bolingbrook got the axe last week. I know much to your chagrin. You're probably crying on the way home Friday night, but they're no longer with us, which means there's a new Class 8A champion, which means, is it going to be Maine South again?
I don't think so, Scott. I really don't. The more we keep seeing this team play, the more we're seeing it's a one-dimensional team. They're not running the football, and when you start getting into, maybe not this week, but when you get into all of the semifinals and whoever you're going to see in the finals, you're going to have to run the football, that's just something that they're showing us right now that they're not doing. If you can't do that, I don't think you can win.
Yeah, they almost trailed from Conant. They got a big interception that kept them tied or before halftime there, but Conant stopped the pass. They would not allow them to pass the ball, and that made Alviti run, and that made the running backs run. And when you have 2 running backs that combine for 93 yards rushing in the game, and Alviti combines for as much as that, you're a one-trick pony on offense.
Right. The thing is, Matt Alviti obviously has to have the ability to run the football. He wouldn't be going to Northwestern if he didn't. They have to know something about him. They run that option offense where the quarterback has to be able to run. So if it's
only
him,
a matter of time before they take that away, though.
But if it's him, if he has to get out there and run, get out there and run. But somehow you have to control the football without putting it, 10, 15 yards down the field, per pass play. So we'll see how it goes. But once you start, facing these bigger, bulkier, stronger teams, I mean, that's where it comes down. You mentioned Bolingbrook. That's how people value, won the game. I mean, their passing attack was there, whatever. But there was, you had a guy in Joey Radigan who just pounded the football. They ran the football. They couldn't be stopped, and they won the game. And that's what a lot of our teams are doing right now to stay in this. I mean, look at all of our teams. Bennett had to go to the run. Downers North doesn't pass much. JCA's back, playing because they run. Chris James run Notre Dame. All of our teams right now, and most of the teams in the state, are winning because they run the football.
It's cool. We'll talk about that a little later. But as far as this week's game goes, Maine South and Glenbard North playing in Maine South, that's an advantage. They didn't get Stevenson, though, the team that beat them last year. That's who Glenbard North knocked out. Who we like in this one?
I like Maine South for one more week at least. But if I'm going to take them against Loyola, I gotta see some running numbers this week out of that. Sandro will be up there, so we'll chat with him about maybe we'll try and sucker him into the show next week and to talk about Maine South in their both dimensions. But I gotta see some running numbers this week for me to believe that they can actually be a viable state champion.
You know what? I picked them to be a state champ. I think they're gonna lose this game. I do. I like Glenbard North in this one. They have a great junior running back. It's well over that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, might have hit 2,000 yards rushing, and that's the kind of guy that can take the offense out of Maine South. And Maine South gets behind it, they're just chucking the ball all day. That's going to play right into Glenbard North's hands because, hey, stop back and block the pass.
But in a way, though, that plays into their hands because now you don't have to control the clock and ride out a victory. If you're behind, you can sit back there and fling the ball all over the place because you have to come back, and so you're making a play. So
you don't have to do that.
It does kind of play.
You want to choose to do that. You don't want to have to do that.
Agreed.
So I'm going Glenbard North in this one. I might be picking against the Maine South the next 3 weeks if they keep winning.
This is our first difference in the playoffs. Realize that? First time we've picked different in the playoffs.
Really? I didn't realize that, but I don't know. I think they're going to get beat right now unless you said, if they can come out and win this game dominatingly, things will change. But they definitely didn't dominate Conant at all in that one. But there are only 8A team left, and we move on to 5A and JCA. They don't have to play Keeneland, so this is the week. Well, this isn't the week. Now it's next week that's the week for JCA.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see. Lincoln Way West is a nice program. They're a new school. 4 years in, I talked to Chris Tashida, head of the baseball team afterwards. He told me candidly they look past them in baseball. They look right past that team's out their new program, whatever. We'll be playing on Saturday. Well, you know what? They didn't. They lost. Those guys. There's 3 baseball players on this team right now who are all sitting in there telling these guys, look, you cannot look past this team. You have to, and that right there, I think really, you're going to have those leaders in there who have experienced this. They're going to keep the kids' heads on straight. Ty Isaac obviously is running the ball. They all are. They're all running the ball. As well as they have all year. All 3 of them. Put the story last week. They have I think Ivo leads with 213 carries. Then Ty got 212 and reached 208.
It's a balanced attack. So they know where it's coming from.
Now that they're healthy, it's and it's not the Ty Isaac show now either. The fact that they're healthy, with Ty being out, really got Ivo running more, Reach running more. Now they can do it from all angles. And Lincoln Way West, I don't see them having a prayer in this game.
I don't think it matters whether they're looking ahead, looking behind. I don't think it matters in this game. I think JC is too powerful for Lincoln Way West. It's going to set the showdown where I think next week's the state championship game. I've been saying it all along. I think Marion
not so
or
fast,
Montini.
Man. Morris is sitting over in a beautiful spot.
Morris lost to Kaneland, who just got smoked by Lincoln Way West. So
Morris is in a great spot down there.
I'm not afraid of Morris. They're in a great spot. They can go and lose to Washington this week, which is probably going to happen. But even if they do win, they're not going to be JC. I saw that last year. There's too much separating those 2 teams from that. So next week's state championship game. This week is a walk in the park for JCA. Problem is they're going to be going, I think, to either Montini or Woodstock next week, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
maybe they get Woodstock at home.
They'll host either one of them because
they won't host either one of them because they already have 2 home games and Montini's going on the road this week. Montini's the higher seed, so they definitely will go to Montini. I'm not sure about Woodstock, but have to look into that one, I think. But either way, JCA is going to roll for this week and sets up a 6A matchup where we go to Notre Dame, who just keeps getting these underdog teams they're playing against, and this time it's Lake Forest who knocked off Lakes. And 10 seed versus a 14 seed at the 14 seed, and Notre Dame is poised to make a Final Four trip.
We talk about running the football. This is a team who probably better than anybody but JCA in our area runs the football. JCA, we talk about the 3-headed attack. This is a 1-headed attack. Everybody knows the ball's getting to Chris James, and just like I saw with Joey Radigan in Bolingbrook, they can't stop him. They can't stop him, so they're gonna go run through him easily. I say Notre Dame by 2 touchdowns.
And we talked last week about how they had to keep his workload down. I think they did a good job at it. They pulled out to that 35-0 lead and were able to get Chris James some rest heading into this week. And playing Lake Forest team, definitely an advantage there. Not playing Lakes. I like Notre Dame as well. Sets up a problem matchup with Cary Grove in the next round, which won't be as easy by any means. There's a lot of top seeds left in the 6A.
Oh yeah.
So things are definitely going to get harder for Notre Dame. But so far, all the chips have fallen their way, and it could keep falling their way. Who knows? I still think there's a chance of them going down to state. Will they win it? I don't know. But 6A is maybe weaker than 5A. So
this is a team that we're talking at the end of the year. Were they going to win those last couple games to get in the playoffs?
Yeah.
And now here they are rolling. So
they lost to Carmel, the week 9?
Yeah.
Right? To finish 5-4, and that might have been the best thing for them because they're refocused and they got a better draw probably they would have gotten. Maybe having that 8-9 matchup in the second round, you're playing that number 1 seed.
Right.
So they're in good shape. We both agree on this one too, I guess, and that sets up our game of the week. It's nice. We have one game in each of the 4 big levels here. Game of the week. Last year we had a 3rd round matchup with the Downer School. Downer South got crushed by Bolingbrook. This year we have another one. It's Downers North this time. They get to play host to Bennett's in kind of like a crosstown rivalry kind of game. This should be exciting.
It'll be real exciting. Downers North's going on a great run. I just have to think it comes to an end this week. when I see Bennett this year, that pass attack was on. They were on fire. You saw them last week, and they went to the run, and they were able to win, by running the football and playing good defense. And so they're showing
They're not
that.
holding on to the football 5 turnovers. They can't do 5 turnovers.
No, they can't. But they're showing that they can play this multi-dimensional football now, and now Downers North has to game plan for either Jack Benevetti or Porteranco. So
this goes back to your point of where running the football is now the time, and it almost seemed like with the cold temperatures, it looks like it's gonna be 40s again this weekend. Benevetti, as a sophomore quarterback, just didn't seem comfortable back there with the cold weather, holding on to the football. He got stripped twice on sacks. The offensive line was giving up some quick penetration. If the Downers North line can get in there, that can cause some problems. I don't think this is the kind of game you think it is, where you like Bennett up pretty easily, or you're pretty confident.
10 points.
You're pretty confident in Bennett's selection. I'm not. After seeing Bennett last week, I'm not. And Bennett turns the ball over. They turn it over a lot. They turned it over against JCA and overcame it. They turned it over last week and overcame it. They turned it over against Andrew and had to overcome it. They turned it over a lot against St. Patrick and they couldn't overcome it. This is a team member that lost to St. Patrick.
I said before, sucks.
Yeah. So I'm not sold on Bennett. Bennett has to hold on to the football to win this game. The Downers Grove running attack can definitely keep Bennett off the field. Bennett was giving up chunks of yardage to Oswego's running game while Oswego had the lead there. And Oswego kind of shot themselves in the foot a couple times. And then the pick six and stuff like that kind of really took it out of Oswego and forced them to pass the ball more. I think it's a toss-up. I think it's a pure toss-up game. I'm going to lean with Bennett just because if one of the teams has to start passing the ball, there's a better chance of being multi-dimensional than Downers Grove North. I mean, Edwards is a good quarterback. He only has like 500 yards passing on the year. Where, Bennett can run the ball, Porteranco and McTarnahan, or however you pronounce that name. So I'm going to go with Bennett in this one. I think it's going to be a one-score game. I think it's going down to the wire.
It very well could be. And like I said, whoever wins this game is sitting there looking like, talk about Mansell Loyola. The winner of this game probably has Lincoln Way East next. So, definitely.
I know you like Lincoln Way East a lot. I think they're very beatable.
We'll see.
Providence by 10. Plainfield Central almost outgained them in that opening round game.
We'll see. I'll tell you right now, if they lose, then that I like our team, the winners team to go state. If Lincoln Way East is in their way.
Edwardsville will be a good opponent, and based on my knowledge, I believe both teams would give the home game over Edwardsville.
Right.
I think both teams. We talked last week. I think both teams get the home game no matter what.
Yeah.
In this situation, Bennett and Downers North, the winner of that game, I think, should be playing at home in the next round, which definitely is going to give them a chance of winning the game.
Well, it'll be fun to see, but one of them's got to get through this week first.
It is, and then we'll talk real quick. One more thing: we have a possible state champion being crowned this weekend. Bennett volleyball, looking for a repeat. You haven't really seen him. I've seen him, but you're going to be seeing him this weekend. What do you think?
Can they be beat? I'm watching the JCA St. Francis game the other day, watching the Haggerty sisters who transferred out of Bennett over there, and I'm hearing what you guys said to me, and my thought is, how would they even go play for Bennett this year with the dominating way that Bennett's playing right now? You have these other two kids. Who doesn't play then? It's just ridiculous the amount of talent they have. I was talking to somebody the other day who told me that and JC has been a good program over the years. Told me that Bennett last year and this year they had like 9 6-footers last year, a handful this year, right around there. I don't think JC, they told me, has had 9 in the career of Coach Scheibe. So this team just has amazing talent. They're a great coach, and I think they're going to win the state title and defend their title.
They lost 2 matches all year, and both of them were in the same week, Tuesday and Thursday game. And since besides those 2 games, they've been flawless. They were flawless all week. This is a team that they don't want the ball hit the floor. They won't let the ball hit the floor. They have great defense. One of the probably the best defense I've ever seen in high school volleyball. My 6+ years covering it. They have. I've never seen a person set the way Kaminsky sets. She sets quick. She sets fast. She sets almost on line drive. It's not those little high things where the girls get up and smack it. This is a quick pace attack where you don't know where the ball's coming. The blockers don't have time to get there.
And I love the coach that quoted your story where he said, "We don't care what they score. We don't care if we win 25-3 or 25-13 or 25-23." He says, "We just want 25." They don't worry about, the other team, we lost 25-18 to them, or only won 25-18. Oh man, we should have blown them out. They don't really worry about the other side of the net and what the other team does. They're going to score their points. Bennett knows they're going to have some errors, in the net here, but they just worry about, we got to get 25 before they do. I don't care what the score is at the end of the game. As long as the 25 is on our side, we're happy. And that's a great attitude to have, because the girls never worry about now, it's a close match or whatever.
It's something for you to watch, and for those people who are going to watch on either there or on IHSA.com or whatever the case may be. Second rotation. So we talk about, the first rotation, teams kind of stay close, 8-6, 9-5. Second rotation, Ben just takes it to you. I mean, you can stay close a little bit, but then, eventually, how many times can you sit there and get kills on Bennett when they're going to scoop everything up? You have to play a perfect game, because they're not going to make errors. They're not going to make many errors, and they're not going to let you get many kills. So you have to keep the ball in play for a long time and wait you out to make a mistake, basically. And I agree with you. I've seen him play a few times this year. I saw him dominate JCA pretty good. But it's going to be tough to beat. Mother McCauley, he's got a chance in the championship game. I think that would be the maybe a 3-setter. But last year, you look, both their matches in a bunch of 3 sets last year in state. I'd be shocked if that happened this year.
Yeah, I don't think they've gone to 3 sets all year, have they?
I can't remember. In wins, I don't recall.
Yeah, I don't think
the
the wins
losses,
have.
but I mean, everything's pretty much been domination. So time will tell.
They'll probably dominate again.
Yeah. So we both like their chances at state, and maybe they'll get a double dip there with the football team. Time will tell. But thanks for watching, and it should be an exciting weekend. We got swimming sectionals too. Downers North, they got a chance of bringing home a state trophy next week.
Yeah.
They're win this sectional championship this week. So, a lot of stuff still going on here as the fall season winds down and basketball season picks up. So,
Can't wait.
Until next week, I'm Scott. He's Mark. And thanks for watching.